Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. This is one of my inbox videos where I show some of the records I have bought over the past month or so. I'm not showing everything because I've spent far too much. So I took a select few, some good, some very good, some not so good, and one which would be seen as a little bit embarrassing, but I love it. But anyway, at the end of this video I'll show what I got from yesterday's record store day haul, which cost a fortune, but still it's one day a year. Well, I keep saying it's one day a year, but it's not, because I keep buying music nearly every day of the year, but I'm addicted. Help, please, someone. But anyway, we'll start. These are in no particular order. First of all, actually, I'll show you this. This is a 7-inch single set, Spying Through the Keyhole, David Bowie. I'll actually open this up. This is basically some demos. There's a little postcard that he did around 1968 or so. It's between a Space Oddity album called David Bowie and his debut album, and this is a really nice piece. There's some information on the tracks, and then you get 3 rather simple singles like that there. They're almost like acetates, but it's a nice piece, and there's some of these songs I'd never even heard of before. Never mind I've never heard of them. For example, Angel Angel, Grubby Face, Mother Grey, and Love All Around. Never heard those. This is actually quite good, you know. You could see that if he had have done that second album, it would have been much better than the first. Maybe not as good as Space Oddity, but much better than the first, because the 3 tracks that he did record for it, that eventually got on The World of David Bowie in 1970 as a compilation by Decca, was In the Heat of the Morning, which is my least favourite of the 3, Karma Man, which is excellent, and Let Me Sleep Beside You, which is totally awesome. But yes, this is a nice set. There's another set coming out next month with, I think it's only 2 singles rather than 3, so that's more money. Anyway, so that's Spying Through a Keyhole. This one here I picked up is Dusty Springfield's Greatest Hits. I have very little Dusty Springfield. The only vinyl I have is a single of Son of a Preacher Man, which is a great song, and the album Bad Reputation. That was that 1980s thing that she did with Pet Shop Boys, which I thought was not very good, to be honest with you. But this has got some great songs like You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, I Only Want to Be With You, the wonderful Going Back, which I absolutely adore that song, and Son of a Preacher Man, of course. I probably know a lot, Wishing and Hoping, I know that. I probably know a lot more than this than I think, but as I say, I have very little Dusty Springfield, and I picked this up in the wild. It was very cheap. Okay, next one is a new album, and it increases my Pink Floyd collection. This is music from the film More from 1969. I have this on CD, and this is my favourite 60s Pink Floyd album, I have to admit. I think this is better than Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I still have to pull the trigger on my Gumma, but I know it's that bad. I'm not too sure whether I will or not, but saying that, I probably will, just to get I think I've got 3 more to get in the collection. But all my Pink Floyd is new vinyl, actually. It's none second hand, so I'll carry on with that trend. So I enjoyed this, played this morning, very good. Okay, next up, and this is Ralph McTell, Not Till Tomorrow. He's never mentioned Ralph McTell, but he's a very good English folk singer. I think everyone knows him for Streets of London, more or less the re-recorded version in the mid-70s, which was a #2 hit. But this here is from, I think it's like 1971 or 72, and this was produced by Tony Visconti. This is actually a very good album. I think that's the way it should be there. Apologies. Yeah, he doesn't deviate much from his style, so a lot of his stuff sounds very similar, but it's very soothing, very easy listening. I know in the 80s he went into children's music, like Tickle on the Tom, and what's the other one, Alphabet Zoo. But so did Tom Paxton, if I believe, who is a very well respected singer-songwriter from America. I think he went into children's music as well. But yeah, this is good. The song Zimmerman Blues is probably the only thing I knew off this, but again, I enjoyed it. And it was cheap. Okay, I bought this one because I finally got Rip It Up. I loved the song, never had it on single, never had it on album, never had it on CD. Don't even think I've got it in digital download. So I saw this and I took a punt, and yeah, it's not a bad album. It's Rip It Up is without a doubt the best song on it, but there is a couple other good songs like Flesh of My Flesh and I Can't Help Myself. I know nothing about Edwyn Collins apart from Rip It Up, the song, and A Girl Like You, which I would have put money on when I first heard that was Iggy Pop, and in fact I thought A Girl Like You was Iggy Pop for about a year, until I finally found out it was actually Edwyn Collins. But yeah, no, this is okay. It reminds me a little bit of Haircut 100. Slightly. But it's a good album, and it will get played again. Okay, so another second-hand one, Boot Power by Mungo Jerry. This is their fourth album. Yeah, there's still a little bit of the jug band, washboard music in this, kazoo type, but not as much. This is more than them getting into sort of more rock and rolly, a little bit glam rocky, but this is actually quite good. It's got a re-recorded version of Lady Rose on it, which is excellent, and Sweet Mary Jane's beautiful song off this. But yeah, Mungo Jerry, if you do pick up Mungo Jerry, the first 4 albums I think are essential. After that is hit and miss, to be honest with you, but there you go. Okay, next up is a bootleg, David Bowie, Slinky Secrets. I'm not really into buying these sort of bootlegs of concerts because you never know what you're getting. I have a few on CD and I think maybe that's enough for me, but the reason I picked this up, because it's not concerts, this is rehearsals, and I thought it would be more interesting, and this is really, really good. This is rehearsals for Around the Outside tour. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and what really made me go for it was that there's actually rehearsals of 2 of the larger singles, which he never really did perform live apart from around this time. Voice Keeps Swinging and DJ, and I didn't even know he had rehearsed DJ or did it live at all. I knew he did Voice Keeps Swinging, but yeah, I pulled the plug on this, and I thought, or pulled the trigger on this, sorry, and I thought, yeah, this is really good, and I'm glad I did. I just hope it doesn't make me want to go and buy more, because they are expensive, they are bootlegs, and it's always a bit of a risk. So that's Slinky Secrets by David Bowie. This one here, to add to my Ramones collection, this is Pleasant Dreams. This is one I've been after for a while. A little bit disappointed. It's not as good as the previous album, End of the Century, and it's certainly not as good as the first 4 albums, which tend to be the only ones that ever get released. But there's still some half decent stuff on this, like All Quiet on the Eastern Front, and the only song I actually knew off this was the KKK, Took My Baby Away. Yeah, it's okay, it's not bad. I think I need to give it another listen to. I was always a little bit skeptical of the Ramones in the 80s. For what I can remember, they turned more from punk into more a heavy, not heavy metal, but you always saw a lot of these greasers in the 80s walking around with Ramones on their denim jackets or even their leather jackets, so Did they go? I don't know. I don't know if they went sort of much heavier. But I thought I'd go for this because it's closest to, this is 1981, the classic sound. It's okay, it's not bad. Okay, and this one here is the last one I'm going to show of the new vinyl. Okay, and in fact I'm going to get another one from behind here, so I'll probably stall this. This is Van Morrison, a reissue of one of his 90s albums, The Healing Game, and this is probably his best 90s album. I really enjoy this, especially side 2. Sometimes We Cry, If You Love Me. Yeah, this is a very good list. It's quite varied as well. There's a little bit of doo-wop in here too, so yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this album. Well worth buying. I wouldn't mind getting days like this as well. Don't know if it's on vinyl, but anyway. So, okay, for the meantime, right, I'll get another one. Okay, the next album is probably what I would call the embarrassing album. Whenever I'm in my local record shop, I tend to go to the £1 bin to see if there's anything worth lifting up, and I've lifted quite a bit of stuff up. I wouldn't have paid more than £1 for it, but this here, this takes me right back to 1983. This is an album that you would hear if you were going out for a meal in a restaurant, or a hotel restaurant especially, playing in the background for a nice ambience. And this is Phil Coulter's classic Tranquility. Basically, Phil Coulter was a songwriter along with Bill Martin, and they wrote hits for, well, they actually did Puppet on a String for Sandy Shaw, Congratulations for Cliff Richard, and a couple of Bay City Roller ones like Shang-a-Lang, Summer Love Sensation, Remember, All of Me Loves All of You, and I think they did Slicks Forever and Ever, amongst others. This is Phil Coulter. He is from Northern Ireland, and this is him sitting at a piano and playing out some sort of classic traditional music like The Derriere, My Lagan Love, Maggie, and so forth, Steal Away. It's a really relaxing listen. It's just the piano with a bit of orchestra, a band in the background, no singing at all. And this was mighty popular over here in the early 80s, and I think he ended up releasing about 5 different volumes of this, but this was the first and the best. So that is Phil Coulter's classic Tranquility. Okay, now the big money one, it's Record Store Day. First up, I had to get the Morrissey single, Lover to Be, just to add to my Morrissey single collection. And this one, I believe, is on, is it red vinyl? It is. It's on a nice clear red vinyl. I got this about 10 past 10 in the morning. I checked on eBay at 12:30, and there's 43 people listing this. It sickens me. It really does. It sickens me. All for around £30 and so forth. This is £8. Annoying. Also, I got the Revolutionary Song, David Bowie's Revolutionary Song. It's not a Bowie single, it's a single by the Rebels. Bowie does do backing vocals on the end bit, and he co-wrote the song, but I do have this on a Japanese single, but again, this was slightly dear. I think this is about 13 or £14, but this is one I was looking for, and it's on blue vinyl. I'm not going to take it out, it's on blue vinyl. Okay. Did I need this? No. Did I want this? Well, I sort of wanted it. Did I know I was going to buy this? Of course I did. I tried to deny it. But I had to get the picture disc of pin-ups. Now I've got 4 albums of pin-ups. Why do we do it? I really don't know why. I'll never play this. This is just a piece to look at. And I don't even have his head aligned, which is, yeah, I should take a little bit more care. I did open it, of course. I'm not a Mr. Let's Keep It Sealed man. I did open it, and it's really got a very nice back picture. Yeah, so no, I'm glad I got it. So I'm a wee bit annoyed. There's a little bit of a dink on this, but it's not actually paper. It's almost laminated paper, which means it might iron itself out. But yeah, David Bowie's pin-ups. I also picked up Bump and Grind by Mark Bolan and T-Rex. This is a good album actually. I have this on CD. This was the second of 2 albums. The first one he did was Shadow Baby or something like that, which is probably better. But this has got master versions and working versions. It's a really good listen. The highlight for me of this is a song I don't actually like, and it's Laser Love. It was one of his hit singles. But this version is far better than the hit single version. But yeah, you get the groover with its extended intro, 20th Century Boy with this extended outro and full start. Yeah, Fast Blues Easy Action, which is a working version of Solid Gold Easy Action. This is a good album, and this is on blue vinyl, but we know what blue vinyl looks like. So the last one for Record Store Day, and this was the one I wanted. This is the one I had to have, and I could only pick one album. This is the one I was going to get. And this is Lou Reed's Ecstasy album. This was originally released in 2000. Only got a vinyl release in Germany. I bought the CD. I thought it was rubbish. I really did thought this album was terrible. I took the CD out just and gave it the car residency for a full week to and from work, and I fell in love with this. This is a fantastic album. There's a song on here which is about, God knows how long it is. It's called Rouge, or maybe it's like a possum. But it's on side D, you know. There's a very, very short song and then one about 15 minutes long. And it is like the Velvet Underground. It's the most Velvet Undergrounding song I've ever heard from Lou Reed. But yeah, I'm glad I got this. This is on, it's a pity it wasn't Gatefold C, but it does have inners. It's not just on black vinyl, it's on the Reprise label. So yeah, I'm glad to add this to my collection, and yeah. So I was happy enough queuing up outside for an hour to get this, but I don't think anybody else bought Lou Reed, so there's probably still some there in the shop. So that's my Record Store Day purchases, and a few of my other purchases. Hope you enjoyed that, and have a nice remainder of your weekend, and we'll talk to you all soon. Okay, all the best. Cheers now. Bye bye. Yep, I am now officially an idiot, and I am now officially addicted. I made the sin last night of looking through the record store list properly, because I never actually looked at it. I knew there was a few items I wanted, and of course I saw a couple of more items that I wanted. And knowing that the record shop was open today, what did I do? Yeah, I went up and I bought 2 more items. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad I got them. So, the first one is this by Graham Parker. This is the 40th solo acoustic of Squeezing Out Sparks, which is his 4th album. I'm really looking forward to hearing this, because some of my favourite Graham Parker songs are on this. It's not my favourite Graham Parker album. The first 2 are his best, but this is not far away. And yeah, so I'm glad I got this. And the last one, and that'll be me for a while buying any vinyl. And I really am pleased that I did get this. This is the double Elton John live from Moscow from 1979, I believe, whenever he toured solo with Ray Cooper. I used to have a VHS of this, and it was really, really good. It was a very, very powerful concert for only being piano and Ray the Madman Cooper banging away at bongos and shaking cymbals and doing all the rest of it. But looking at the track list in here, there's a lot of songs I didn't even know he performed. I suppose he's picking the best of the 1970s material, which is Elton John's best period by a long mile. But you know, you do get personal favourites like Better Off Dead from Captain Fantastic. You get Skyline Pigeon from his first album, which was a B-side as well of Daniel, and you get Daniel itself. Rocket Man, Tonight, and Crazy Water as well from the Blue Moves album. It'll be interesting to see how he does Funeral for a Friend in this, because it's very orchestrated. And as I say, this is just Elton and Ray Cooper. I saw this on the list and I thought, right, I must check to see what was actually on it. And I looked up the net and I thought, right, I'm going to get this. So, this is a tag on, so that makes it the most expensive record store day for me ever. Yep, it is. But still, it's worth it. And it comes around once a year. So anyway, that's me this time. Again, have a nice weekend, or what's left of it, and I shall see you all soon. Cheers now, bye bye.